drafts for Onic, this is probably the most questionable.
It is the most brazen.
Yes.
Just literally relying on your comfort, your signature, aggression, and gameplay. Again, this is a best of 3. The first
Welcome
game
to Mobile Legends.
and Apbr entering the Land of Dawn. I do remember the keys to victory having an early game focus for Onic. They have to punish Apbr. There might be a small window where that works.
Yeah, part of this too is always this early game. That's why we were highlighting, you know, mid-roam duos here. Revitalize already going to be popped from Brusco, but they know this. And taking a look at the emblems here, how's it? Whoa, Snow jumps in. Not sure if he's going to be able to do much more. Maybe just trying to also get that flicker out from Super Friends.
Yeah, I mean, he's also level 2, so he does have access to the heal from the second skill. But I do like that he went for the thrill here on the Khalid, adding more damage, more poke in the early game. One of the highest damage poking tanks out there. And this Khalid pick is really scary, considering that in this patch, most roamers actually get a lot of gold in the early game. And I've seen a couple of Khalid roamers just straight up build Fury Hammer just for the amplified damage and then revert back to the tank builds.
Yeah, he does so much damage, no? Like early game, even with just that Fury Hammer. That's what I like about the Khalid too, but I like him even more when it's not Flying Clouds. But I think when we talked about the discussion of Flying Clouds specifically here over the past weekend, it was like, where does that advantage come from? And I think it was Wolf that mentioned, you know, it's really that defending team that makes it work the most. Whoa, mid lane already. Whoa, X-Nova gone the first blood. It's going to be a trade though. Brusco falls as well. James Panks taking a couple of shots here on Kingkong, but a trade roamer for roam.
If there was anyone to punish X-Nova and again stop his quicksand guard, it would have been Brusco. So Brusco saw that opportunity and took it.
I would have said that Onic would have loved that trade, honestly, because it's the normal pattern for them, Kingkong going to mid lane. But in terms of economy, Apbr actually won that trade because James Panks was the one who was able to get the kill onto Brusco.
Yeah. Right for the turtle. Half health already. Brusco not level 4, but he did pop the Revitalize. Just going to go for the zone here. James Panks will get the turtle. Now they're going to force him back. Aqua will jump in, trying to bring back Kingkong. He brings him, and another falls as Ryota falls right in front of Kingkong. So good pickups here for Apbr.
On-demand crowd control. Apbr has it in spades. They want more.
Shizu jumps in, burning the flicker, though. I think they wanted that follow-up, but they won't get it. A good mount shot.
Oh, my goodness.
The range. Man, Apbr is off to a great start. And X-Nova taking a peek, but he won't find it.
An inch from death.
Yeah, good plays coming out from Apbr. Little bit of hesitation on that play in the mid. Could have worked, but they're still not done.
Kelra. Okay, he gets away.
Good job, the Purifier.
Yeah, I like this aggression coming out from Apbr. Kingkong, unfortunately, too early on the trigger with the Thorn Rose. That's why James Panks was able to get the Retribution in. And after winning the turtle, they were able to fight good Raging Sandstorm from X-Nova. He put it on the tower of Onic Philippines, so they had no exit and then flickered back. So there was no real way for Onic to actually get out from that skirmish. And after that, again, Shizu's attempt, maybe just a little bit more commitment from Apbr could have made that play from James Panks work. But even then, they're still winning the economy battle in the early game.
3.5 minutes in, it's looking good for Apbr. About 1,000 and change up. If they're hoping to make it to the playoffs and get your tickets now, this is how you do it. Again, make Onic PH feel bad about drafting this way. We can already see it now, how they're getting punished. Like, there's very little they're doing against Apbr in the early.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot worse because the Esmeralda CC matchup, yeah, sure, the CC can actually lane against Esmeralda, but after the first turtle, wherein XP laners usually just rotate, that's where the problem starts coming in. Because who do you send to deal with Lord Jaya?
Nobody deals with Mr. 50-50. They all regret it.
Yeah.
He has a flicker too to punish whoever runs away. Turtle spawns, as you can see on the map. Apbr has the advantage, although Friends can relocate them and suddenly just rotate forward. There's the Mountain Shocker. It's clean. Apbr has to have this.
You can see this gold laner's rotating up too. Diversion will be used, but it's a turtle already secured. Apbr.
What?
Wow. Are they going to actually force this fight?
What a read!
Brusco goes in with the Unbreakable. He's trying to jump out, but he's just crowd controlled. He finally jumps to the turret. Will live. But man, it just seems like the tempo is off for Onic right now.
Yeah, I don't even know why they tried using the diversion from the Louis to go on the right side. You know AP Bren is going down bot. They keep the YSS pushing top lane, and you'd inevitably be in front of the members of AP Bren. So it's like for Onic saying, all right, let's force the team fight. And what happened was they just wasted a Revitalize and also an AOG from Brusco.
Hey, glass half full, at least nobody died. Onic keeping this tight, but yeah, the early does belong to AP
Whoa,
Bren. Off camera, solo kill by James!
Was that? Yeah, that was, and he even popped the Vengeance. Ryota goes down, and you see, I don't know, man. The timing's off here.
The general got assassinated! The Ryota army is in shambles, what?
With the CC, with the Vengeance, and against a YSS.
Is Jimmy James that ahead?
I don't know, man. He's probably
He's 3 levels ahead of Ryota.
That's probably one of the moves he has.
One in the million.
Yeah.
And we saw none of it!
Oh my
We'll
God.
see more, hopefully.
This is horrible for Onic Philippines. This is not how you want to play this draft. This draft requires a lot of tempo. Now they're forced to farm. They're forced to bank on their late game, which, by the way, they do have late game. Problem is, you're playing against a YSS. He loves these kinds of stuff, where he can just snowball, take over the map, utilize the vision for the Mountain Shocker. And again, let me add the problem to Onic Philippines. You still have an Esmeralda to worry about.
How far ahead is James Banks? The answer is yes. He's a full 1,000 up on Kingkong.
Yeah, that's why he's all in the jungle, too. And you saw X-Nova knows the lead that they have. First item on this Khalid, he went the Blade of Hepsies. Right?
Yeah.
So he's that little bit of extra damage burst here, even on Brusco, as you can see this. They're going to fight for the third turtle. This could just be AP Bren's. I'm worried for Onic if they decide to find it, but they'll keep Kingkong up top to at least get a turret. There's a Raging Sandstorm. X-Nova, the pull in from Shizu. X-Nova goes down, but they're going to fight it out anyway. Kingkong not part of the fight. Ryota falls. James Panks looking for more. He'll get a flicker from Super Prince. 3 for 3 for the turtles.
Oh, James Panks going forth, taking that orange, and Kingkong has for it. Is that turret up top? Mr. 50-50 bullying Kingkong out of the lane.
Whoa, Super Fritz! James Panks will get more. Kelra already popping the Zaman Force, and they are losing so much here. Onic far behind at 7 minutes in.
Total tally, orange buff turtle, mid lane tier 1.
Yeah, a lot of economy going in favor of AP Brent. And do you know how bad this is for Onic Philippines? The reason why they're able to sort of like control the lanes and keep the the gold lead in check from AP Brent, this map is flying clouds, so they're able to return to the lanes much faster. But AP, if this was any other map, honestly, this would have been a lot worse for Onic Philippines.
Yeah, right now they're going to fight for the buff. I'm not sure. Kingkong should be able to go ahead and grab this. Doesn't, though. So he even used the Retribution. Now Brusco's going to be in trouble. Has to jump out with the Avatar of the Guardian. Right now, AP Bren knows they're in full control. They're taking everything they want. They're starving out Onic.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Now AP Bren, because they have a YSS, they're not going to lose this Lord lane control. They have vision for Mountain Shocker, and what they're doing right now is preparing the Lord setup. You go to the long lane, you keep the slow push going, and then for Onic Philippines, they can't even do anything because they don't see the Esmeralda. They can't even use the diversion for the setup, because if they accidentally bump into Lord JM, then they're just going to be ran over.
There's a Mountain Shocker to confirm where the members of AP Bren are. And Onic too. They're getting corned off. Midnight, drink a bottle of water real quick. 10 seconds until the Lord spawns. And they're just going for it.
Yep.
AP Bren, the way that they drafted too is even the late game is all but secured, because Onic also have to dive in. There's very little in range that they can speak of.
Yeah.
Yes, they can re-engage, but AP Bren can keep going. Look at these. The only real ult they're waiting for is Mountain Shocker, and then Raging Sandstorm. That's it.
And honestly, like, even if you say Onic finds a good team fight, it's still very hard to execute with their heroes, because most of their damage dealers is countered by the Ruby. Imagine Kingkong and Kelra going into the team fight and they just get controlled for like 4 or 5 seconds.
And the Ruby don't care. She's just building hybrid, has a Radiant Armor, has a War Axe. Here's Onic being sent over. Defensive maneuvers back as AP Bren secures the Lord.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. I mean, they got to concede the Lord on that one. Kingkong will go ahead and grab his buff, but they just got to get ready for this fight. Aqua does take a little bit of damage, but
Yeah.
he's fine. They're just so far ahead right now. I mean, you saw the breakdown for the rolls too. Nearly everyone at 1 plus 2,000
Wow.
gold ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Just
X.
a massive lead.
X on top of the charts.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that blade, man. The blade of Hepsies.
That's the Khalid special.
BOH.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they prioritize the Khalid. This game plan is working out for AP Brand, honestly. This full pressure coming out from both X-Nova and Lord JM. Just the threat alone of being jumped on by both the Falling Starman and the Raging Sandstorm is enough for AP Brand to actually capitalize on these waves.
Mid and bottom holy shields have been popped. So that's some passive resources that Onic definitely could have used. Again, for 2 more minutes, they could have had insurance for that wave, for that lane, and now it's gone. They're down 8,000 gold. Lord marching up top. AP Brand, I think they're looking for an end angle. I do think it's close. The end is nigh.
They might be able to do it here. Lord nearly down. Ryota and Brusco working on it, but looks like AP Brand might be patient, play the discipline game. Even if they have the flicker for Shizu, he's not going to punch it in. So they'll respect the fact that they don't want to go over. You know, they don't want to overzealous try to punch this one in. But right now, man, they've been manhandling Onic. Onic really hasn't been able to do much at all.
Yeah, again, it's all from the pressure from Lord JM and the X-Nova, the Esmeralda being unkillable in this game. CC can't even touch the Esmeralda at this point, especially with the movement speed, the amount of sustain that she has.
Shizu jumping in. He gets the pull, the Amafena on Brusco. Cowboy will drop down the Zaman Force. Brusco's going to be gone. They're going to fight under this anyway. Ryota jumps in too. Are we using the current call? Still going for more. They'll keep AP Brand a little bit at bay, a little bit longer. James Panks gets quite low. A Raging Sandstorm will come in from X-Nova. Do they still want to fight this out? Lord JM trying to get away. Kingkong trying to find the kill. Aqua on the run too. Ryota joins with a Flying Cloud. He'll be able to pick up Aqua, and they find 2 of AP Bren. Now Onic on the defense finds a little bit of hope, but they still have so much ground to cover.
Masterfully played by Onic. They knew their outs. They knew what they could have lost, what they can afford, and they traded Brusco for Shizu and Aqua.
Yeah, that was too greedy as well from X-Nova, trying to re-engage onto the team fight, knowing that both their damage dealers were out from that fight. James Panks and Shizu, their HPs were quite low, so I was actually wondering why they would try to engage with the Falling Starman and the Raging Sandstorm, although they did force out the Purify from Kelra, which is going to allow them to reset this fight in this Lord Pit.
So that's the Lord in 10.
Yeah.
And the lanes look super favorable for AP Bren.
Yeah.
They are not beyond redemption. Like that last engage in mid, that was far from irreconcilable.
Oh, this is too slow from AP Bren. Kelra's going to have to get the Purify in 20 seconds. They should burst this Lord at this point. Otherwise, Onic can just find a way with a diversion. They don't care about slow push, honestly.
Oh, that's the feint. Jimmy James popping the Mount Shocker.
Oh, they baited it.
Yeah, they baited that out. So they have the Mount Shocker out, which is part of the plan for Onic, but you got to still remember they're down quite a bit here. So even if they take a fight, they don't want to go just brunt force their way through into a fight here.
That's right. It's like winning a hand when you're down 5,000.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, right now, Onic wants to actually go ahead and start this Lord up. They want to be the ones to do that. They might have to rely on some quick thinking here, even from Kingkong. X-Nova goes for Super Prince. Super Prince dealing with X-Nova. Kingkong's gone. AP Brand will be able to secure the Lord, and they're looking to win the fight as well. X-Nova still finds work. Brusco's going to fall. Kelra's still alive, but Ryota's next, and Super Prince barely gets out of that. So with 2 members, AP Bren won't even need to wait.
Oh my goodness.
They'll go ahead and march down the mid lane, working on the mid turret. They're going to go and do their best to end the game here. Super Prince is in trouble. Flickers on out. And now Kelra, can he keep it together? Drops his Zaman Force, trying to clear out the waves, waiting for the rest of the team to come up.
That's the bottom lane dropping as well. Shizu down to 5th of his health. Lord JF takes a few hits, and that's it on the base.
Oh, that's going to be it here. AP Brent with a clean game 1 will take down Onic.
What